Hey everybody, today I'm bringing you what I hope will be a real special video. I'm here at the Twilight DK Restobar. It's about halfway between Puerto, Princessa and El Nido. It's a great stopping point if you don't want to run the whole, I think, 7 or 8 hours of a drive between Puerto and El Nido. This place being halfway, it's right at the junction of the Palawan National Highway and the road right into central Rojas. I came here, I was brought by Tata. We decided to come and relax, check out some videoke, have a drink. And when I got here, there was a guy singing Cowboys from Hell. And he went on to sing some Pantera songs and other heavy metal songs. I was amazed by his ability to hit these songs. Not only that, but do them well, do them justice. He knew the vocal, he knew the song. Turns out I meet the guy, he's a drummer, and he was the owner of the bar. So I want to invite you all to meet somebody who I think is really special. His family's been here for a long time. Since before World War II, his family has been here in Rojas. That was before Rojas became Rojas. Rojas became Rojas in 1951. So he's got a long family history. He was raised in his family playing drums from about grade 4 on. And he is a musician. He's not only a great businessman, he's got great history here in Rojas. He's also a great part of this community. Everybody that comes into this bar gets welcomed by Mark. I've been sitting there many times, and he'll say, "Oh, excuse me, just for a second." He'll get up and he'll go and he'll welcome the people in, invite them to sit, make sure their order's taken, and keeps an eye on them throughout the whole night to make sure that they're taken care of very well. He'll sit with you, he'll have a drink. He's interested in the people that come to his bar. He's interested in just being a good part of this community. I think you're really gonna like him. So come with me, let's go meet Mark. All right, well Mark,
hi.
Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is Mark, he's the owner of the bar. And like I said in the intro, I came in here one night, friends brought me in here, I was having a drink, just sitting here, and I hear this guy singing.
Wow.
Whoa! And it was awesome. I was just like, who the heck is that? I'm looking around and it's Mark. Come to find out, he's got a history of music with his family. His family has a big history here, and he's going to be opening another bar in Puerto. We'll talk about that. But anyway, I just want to thank you, man.
You're welcome, man.
Since I've come here, you have been just like a great friend from the get-go.
Oh.
And I really, you know, it isn't just me. I come here and I notice that you take care of everybody. You're like the big brother to everybody.
Oh, it's just like you must be very hands-on on your guests here, so they may come back again and again to this bar.
Yeah, and that's what brought me back. I've tried different places, and you know, and you just go and you sit there by yourself, and nobody says anything to you. You have to call them over to get another drink, and here the atmosphere is so great, and it really, I think it comes from you. I think everybody that works for you is the same. I know your nephew is a bartender, and so it's really cool. But then I started to find out more about you. So when I found out more about you, that's when I wanted to do the video, because you have such a rich history. And so, like, your family came here before World War I.
Yeah, World War II.
Oh, I mean before World War II, yeah.
My grandparents just came from Visayas. Yeah, they was drove by the war and came to Cagayan Silio, where my grandfather met my Lola. We call that Lola.
Yeah, your grandmother.
Grandmother, which is from Cagayan Silio, and they migrate here in Rojas, which is not the first name. They call it Sambuton.
So your grandparents meet in Cagayan de Silio. That was, do you know what year that was, or about?
1950s or 1950s.
So, okay. So then at that time, this is Rojas in what, 1951?
I guess.
Yeah.
They are the first settler here. 7 families from Cagayan Silio.
What did they do?
They started settling here. They come from Cagayan Silio with boats.
Oh, with the bancas?
Banca, yeah. And they settled here in Rojas, which is formerly named Sambuton.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and that's interesting enough to me, because in 1951, that's not very long ago. I mean, that was 11 years before I was born, but You know, it's not a very old municipality.
Yeah.
But so then they lived here. They had children, which was your father, or
My mom.
Your mom. No.
And my father just came from Cuyo.
Oh yeah. Cuyanin.
Yeah. But at that time, when they met, my father is doing some gigs at Olongapo City. You know, Olongapo.
Oh.
They have a band in there, and they met in Puerto Princessa. My
So
mother.
they were doing music long before. I mean, long before you were born.
Yeah. When my father was transferred to Puerto Princessa, he has a band called A&D, and they sit and have a gig there in 1972 or 73. And there he met my mother, my mom, and that's where I came from. 1976.
So you're born in '76.
Yeah.
And then you told me that you started really kind of playing with your folks' band.
Yeah.
At what, grade 4? You said.
I started grade 1.
In grade 1, really?
I am practicing at grade 1. They always bring me in every band playing other places.
Yeah.
And I started drumming at grade 1.
And one of the things that you told me that I thought was amazing is that, like, your dad's musical influences and the musical influences that you had growing up. I mean, you told me Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana. That was my dad's favorite artist. Yeah, he's a good guitarist, and my father get the style.
He did.
And he has this kind of hair, afro hair. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So really, then you were gigging then with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
What, all through school and all the way until you're...
I started doing the band, having drums with my father when I was in high school. 1992. That's when my regular band starts.
Really?
Yeah. My father is the lead guitar, I'm the drummer, and my former bandmate, Patricio Lim, he was in the keyboard. Patricio Lim is now in the University of the Philippines teaching classical guitar to other students.
Really?
Yeah. And my two bandmates, the two singers, both of them are abroad. The other one is in Netherlands, and the other singer is in London.
Really?
Until now, they are singing.
And they're still... Wow. So in Netherlands, is your friend in the Netherlands, is he into metal or...
Doing some jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, so there's just so many, you know, like we sit here and we'll watch videos on YouTube, or we watch different playlists that you have, and then your media library, you know, not only just like metal and stuff like that, but we started to talk about progressive rock, and you immediately go and put on Dream Theater.
Dream Theater, Pantera, lots of them. Also, I love jazz and blues. When I heard it, oh, it's my favorite. You know the lead guitar who plays Wonderful Tonight?
Oh,
Eric
Clapton.
Clapton, yeah.
Yeah, Clapton.
And also blues singer Aretha Franklin, you know?
Oh, Aretha Franklin.
R&B.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and it's so cool. We've talked about music, and we just don't ever find some place that we don't ever hit any walls. We've been able to talk about every kind of music. We talk about any kind of music that I like, and you get into it. And you know, we talked about Yes and Genesis and Rush and all those bands that I like, and you know them. So out of high school then, were you just kind of a gigging musician all the time, or did you ever do any other kind of work?
I started to serve as a Sangguniang Kabataan leadership program here in my barangay. But in the meantime, I'm also playing with the band. I'm playing with the band in the municipality. And then we always doing some entry at the battle of the band in Puerto Princessa.
Oh.
Many times. Then after that, we got the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won in 2011.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So then you're gigging, but then you did mention to me, and I'd forgotten, you told me that you had gotten into some of the political stuff here.
Yeah.
You gotten into...
I ran for politics. I ran for an office, but I lost.
Yeah.
because the politics here is different. And
So the politics here is different.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's different. It's I was talking to one of the barangay officials, and I forget who it was, and I was kind of surprised that it's really kind of similar to the U.S.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, you got to have. It's not just what you want to do. It's who you know. It's a lot of background politics that have to be on your side. It
Yeah.
seems like so, but I don't know if that leads into how well you. I think you would have I think you would have done well because
I get
you do
lots
so
of
well
friends.
with people.
Yes, I love my friends. I love to meet people with good ideas. I'm gonna share good ideas too.
Yeah.
I want to serve my town, but I'm not lucky.
Yeah.
My father is a former legislator here, 2 terms
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For Palawan?
in Rojas Municipal.
Oh, in Rojas.
Yeah. So after he lost the 3rd term, I ran for an office. But before I go to politics, I was formerly teaching at the university,
Oh, what were you teaching?
Palawan State University. I was teaching math subject, science, and computer subjects.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every time we talk and every time we talk about your life, there's just more to it. It's like peeling an onion. There's more layers.
Oh man.
But
And also, I work at the local government unit in the accounting office. Wow. I served for 11 years. I was a permanent there, but no promotion, so I quit.
yeah.
And I started doing business.
So how long ago was that you quit and started doing your own business?
I quit in my office almost 2012, and I started doing business in 2013.
What? So that was this bar then
Yes.
in 2013?
It was then in the town. There is this Twilight bar. It was in the town near to the gymnasium.
Now you told me that when you bought the bar had previously been kind of a completely different style. I mean,
Yeah,
from prostitution to all kinds of stuff going on.
Yep.
And so you had,
the former people who use this place. The first one is a restaurant. The next who rented it is doing some prostitution stuff. Have some ladies here doing some tables.
was
drinking
that
and-
at this location or down
here?
Oh, in this
Yeah,
location.
yeah. So I didn't want to do that thing in here. I want the bar to be open to the people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, I mean, I've seen, you see everything, and people come here and they drink, so you do see people that, maybe have drank too much, but mostly, I mean, I've seen, groups of people and people with their young, not kids, but younger members of their family come with them here, have a Coke with them and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that's an atmosphere that you just don't, I mean, for one, you don't get to do that in the U.S.
Yes,
You got to be 21 to walk
21.
in.
Yeah.
But here, you get to walk in with your family, and it's an atmosphere that is good for the
Family
family.
bonding. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the 5 years that you've had this bar, I mean, is it always? To me, it's just such a great, atmosphere. I've got some photos I took, and I'm going to kind of show those right now. I'll show those photos to you. The nighttime atmosphere here. There are the
Kubo, yeah.
the Kubo huts, and I'll show pictures of those, and they're little huts that, for a little extra you can go sit there and have your own privacy. They got, soft lighting inside, and the mood is awesome. Now, when you bought it, it didn't look like this, or
It didn't look like this. I developed the place.
how long did it take you to get it to where it's at?
4 months.
So you had to work 4 months to
Yeah.
just kind of redo everything.
Yes.
Wow. Because it is just a great atmosphere. I'll show you, we'll do a pan around, and then I'll show you the nighttime photos that I had taken the other night. It's really cool. I think one of the things that I like the most about it is every time, you and I will be sitting here talking about music, we'll be sitting at the bar at a table, and one thing I notice that you always do, and I respect it so much, is that no matter what we're talking about, how serious, you're like, excuse me, just one sec, and somebody walks in and you go over and you welcome them in, you find them at the table, you make sure that they get, waited
Comfortable.
on. Yeah, make them comfortable. So that's an amazing atmosphere that you provide, and being the kind of person that you are, and so open and welcoming, and I mean, it just is really a cool atmosphere.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, I love it. And you're working on opening a bar in Puerto. Yeah.
I guess we're gonna open that as a family business for my wife's family.
Oh.
And we're doing some different kind of business in one place.
Yeah. Is it gonna be? I mean, you're gonna be a bar. Is it gonna be like the Twilight there too? Same name. So, how long do you think it'll be before that kind of opens up?
I hope I could build it before this May coming, or before the November.
Huh?
Because my family is doing some putting some gravel, yeah, and they doing some widening the area, putting some road.
Oh yeah, you told me compaction and roads and road work and stuff like that to get to it.
Yep.
How long does it? So once all that's done, how long do you think to get the building up and the CR and all that?
Oh, maybe it will take 2 months, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the materials, I mean,
it's light materials for there. We can buy there in Puerto. There's a lot of lumber, and we use the Kawayan for the design, and rattan.
Is that what these designs are? The Kubo or Kawayan design?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really cool.
The setup the bars also, but I'm gonna make it big in Puerto.
Oh, yeah.
I guess there's a lot of tourists coming.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, at times I've been there. It's been like not a lot of people, but a couple of times I was there was just people everywhere. It was just they were just walking all over the place, and man, we're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Of course, we are in the Philippines, but I wanted to do the video because I think you're a really unique individual here. That I've not met anybody like you. Somebody that has the kind of musical background, that has the history right here that you do, and and treats people the way that you do. I mean, it's a pretty amazing place to come visit. Now this is like exactly halfway between Puerto and El Nido.
Yeah.
I know. I just noticed today. I said in the intro that it's about halfway. Well, it's 135 kilometers to Puerto, and it's 132 kilometers to El Nido. So this is a perfect spot. I've been here and I've seen foreigners come a couple of different times, not a lot, and that's one of the reasons I want to do the video, because I think at halfway, like we had a couple of guys from Sweden the other night, they just didn't want to drive the whole way. They got scooters in Puerto. You can rent a scooter and you can take it for a week or whatever and go to El Nido, and but about halfway you're going to have a tired butt, so they came in and stopped and
have a drink with
local guys, and arm wrestle with local guys. I gotta tell you, it was one of the coolest things. Kuya Eric that lives in Tandol, where I stay, he stands about 5'2" or whatever, and this Swede is about, he's almost my height. I think he's about, and a bigger kid, 27-year-old kid, and I gotta tell you that I thought, oh, okay, let's see what happens here, and sure enough, Kuya just went rock solid and took him down.
Yeah, I've seen that, man. Eric is very strong.
Oh man, fisherman all his life, and nothing he can't do physically. So to me it was exciting. He's kind of like, he's my Kuya from Tandol. So I was kind of standing over here going, Kuya Malakas, Kuya Malakas, be strong, brother. So it was a really good time, and those kind of visitors coming in, the foreigners that come through here, you're educated, you have so many different influences, the music that you play, it just is such a great place. So I just want to say that if you're coming down the National Highway, every video I think I have centers around the Palawan National Highway, and this place is in the center of the Palawan National Highway between Puerto Princessa and El Nido. Yeah. So you gotta come check it out. This is just a really cool spot. Mark, I just want to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been just a great pleasure. This is my favorite place in Palawan so far. If you're gonna go to a bar, there's other places you can go if you want different kind of bar activities, but if you want to come to a place where this guy will walk up, shake your hand and welcome you in and make you feel good about being in a bar that you know, as a foreigner, that's kind of hard to find sometimes.
Wow,
Come to the Twilight here in Rojas. Anyway, my name's Craig. This is Mark. This is Kanong Kalog. Thanks for watching.